On Thai PBS World tonight, 1 month since the powerful earthquake in Myanmar, 63 workers are confirmed dead from the collapse of the State Audit Office building. The Thai government has been urged to secure a quick appointment with the US over tariff talks. And Thailand will participate in the biggest military exercise ever staged in Australia this July. And good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nat Bunna.
I'm Fankanshi.
And it has been 1 month since the powerful earthquake struck Myanmar, which has affected several areas in Thailand and also Bangkok. And so far, 63 people are confirmed dead from the building collapse in Bangkok's Chatuchak area as the investigation of the construction project still continues. And 63 people are confirmed to have died and 31 others remain missing 1 month since the collapse of the new State Audit Office in Bangkok's Chatuchak district on March 28th, following an earthquake in Myanmar. Bangkok Governor Thatchart Sittipan inspected the site of the collapsed building at about 6:30 a.m. this morning. The height of the mound of debris has now been reduced to about 1.5 meters, which will make it much easier for search teams to locate any human remains still under the rubble. And this morning, the Department of Special Investigation, or DSI, opened the impounded cargo containers containing documents of Italian-Thai Development and China Railway No. 10 Thailand, the joint venture responsible for the construction of the building. The spokesman of the DSI revealed that they have opened all of the 24 cargo containers and found important evidence that would be beneficial for the investigation into the construction project. The documents include monthly reports, construction installments, invoices for purchasing construction materials, and even shop drawings. As there are plenty of documents, the DSI officials had to prepare 100 boxes to gather all of the evidence and use a 6-wheel truck to carry them to the DSI headquarters. The DSI is also due to start questioning 40 engineers responsible for supervising the construction of the building today, and about 10 engineers are expected to be questioned each day. Meanwhile, Bang Sue District Police will question representatives of all companies involved in the building project as well. So the investigation into the construction project is still ongoing, while officials have been trying really hard to detect the remains and to retrieve all of the bodies as well.
It takes a lot of time, for example, of course, to take all those people out from the collapse site, including, as what you said, 31 still missing on site at this moment. And we're still waiting for that investigation result from the government and the authority here. It takes some time, but we still want to see the detail very soon, right?
Yes, exactly. And it looks like the detailed investigation will actually go on for quite some time, because imagine all of the documents in the cargo containers. They have to actually categorize each of the documents and the relevant evidence as well, because there's a lot of it, and to go through each and one of it is going to be very, very time consuming as well. So the DSI is gathering all the information already so that the investigation can continue.
Yeah, and a lot of questions that haven't been solved at this moment, no matter it's the quality of the construction and all the material used in the construction site. We will see that very soon, hopefully. And next topic we talk about, of course, is still the economy, as in after the Trump administration postponed an appointment with Thailand, the opposition has urged the government to secure an appointment with the US authority for the tariff talks as soon as possible. The opposition People's Party is urging the government to secure a quick appointment for tariff talks between Thai and US delegations after the first appointment this month was abruptly postponed by the US administration. Natapong Rembanyawut, People's Party's leader, told a news conference yesterday that the most important thing about the tariff talks is that they must take place as soon as possible, and that Thailand is made aware of the US demands. He said that it appears that Thailand is totally in the dark about what the US wants, apart from the 36% tariff on Thai exports to the US. This contrasts with the case of Japan, as the Japanese government knows that the US wants to export more rice to Japan. He revealed that the party will hold a forum next week to discuss the tariff issue with several concerned parties, hoping that the event will result in some proposals or recommendations for the government. Previously, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra said she is prepared to lead the Thai delegation to the US for trade tariff talks after the Trump administration cancelled an appointment with the Thai delegation and asked Thailand to review its proposals. Finance Minister Pichai Chunha-Wachila claimed that the meeting was postponed because the Thai side wants to wait and see how the talks between the US and other countries transpire. But despite the postponement, officials at the Thai embassy in Washington, D.C. are still working on the matter. The minister admitted that all countries will be affected by the U.S. administration's tariff policy, which is likely to upend the global trade system. However, he said Thailand must take precautions to cope with the unpredictable while preparing to help businesses affected by the U.S. trade war. Meanwhile, the finance ministry plans to form a 500 billion baht standby fund from local financial institutions to mitigate the impacts on the business and agricultural sector from the reciprocal tariffs to be imposed on Thai exports to the U.S. market. The finance ministry plans to form a 500 billion baht from local financial institution and to mitigate the impact to the business. And as what we talk about here, as what you said, so many international media report that Vietnam, Japan, South Korea, even Malaysia, they already have the first round of talk with the United States. But right now, of course, Thailand, we postpone the meeting with the U.S. authority at this moment because there are so many, I think it's about questions why Thailand's meeting has been postponed at this moment. No matter Vietnam, Japan, South Korea, they already sent their top trade chief to go to U.S. But right now, Thailand, of course, we still depend on U.S. market in terms of exports. That's very important for us to seal a meeting with the U.S. authority as soon as possible.
Exactly. With many other Asian countries that have held negotiations with the U.S., whether it's Japan, South Korea, India, and Vietnam, they have actually held talks regarding the reciprocal tariffs already. But what about Thailand? And it looks like the opposition is ready to step in order to find out how they would deal with the situation and come up with a list of suggestions for the government to talk to the U.S. already.
And we haven't actually got the very, very detailed or very obvious, clear strategy from Thailand's government about this tariff talk because I think U.S. government right now, they request Thailand and other Southeast Asian countries to open their market about farm product or agricultural product here. And what is Thailand's strategy to really help farmers and agriculturists on the first line, on the front line to mitigate the crisis? This would be the key.
Exactly. And as for some developments on the talks, the Commerce Minister has revealed today that the government is yet to finalize on how they would negotiate with the U.S. over the reciprocal tariffs. And Commerce Minister Pichai Narittaphan revealed today that the government has not finalized on how they will negotiate with the U.S. over the reciprocal tariffs. There is some hope, though, that Thailand may be excluded from a list of 10 countries most likely to face high reciprocal tariff rate from the United States. And this is according to a source in the U.S. private sector. Although it is not certain yet when tariff talks will be held or the issues that will be negotiated between Thailand and the U.S., he said that the Thai side has been holding discussions with some American companies already. He stressed that the Thai delegation has been working on the issues to be proposed to its U.S. counterpart. The Commerce Minister said that it does not matter much that Thailand is not included among the 6 Asian countries scheduled for tariff talks with the U.S., adding that Thailand's turn will come sooner rather than later. As far as Thailand is concerned, he believes negotiations can be concluded within 1 or 2 rounds of talks. Meanwhile, the Commerce Ministry has analyzed how the trade war might affect farm products in Thailand. And according to the ministry's Office of Trade Policy and Strategy, Thailand exported $4.7 billion worth of farm products to the U.S. market last year. And the top 10 Thai farm products are pet food, rice, flavored tuna, fruit and vegetable juice, other flavored foods, sauce, frozen shrimps, fruit, and flavored pineapple. The ministry analyzed Thai farm products which may have increased market share in the U.S. market, replacing similar products from China due to the high tariff rates imposed on Chinese products. And these products include pet food, rice, and flavored mackerel. Other Thai products which may see increased U.S. market share include noodles, frozen squid, soy sauce, other flavored fish, and frozen beans. And the Thai products which may face fierce competition from Chinese products include garlic, vegetables, dried chili, green tea, and dried and powdered onion. The ministry further stated that the reciprocal tariffs between the U.S. and China, as well as other countries, are still unpredictable and that they are still closely monitoring the situation in order to analyze how this will affect the Thai economy. You just mentioned how it will affect the farm products here in Thailand. So the ministry has grouped the products into 3 groups. The products that will face fierce competition against China and also those that might benefit from the tariffs as well.
Yeah, as what you said, Ned, here, according to the ministry, of course, Thai farm products right now temporarily replace China's product because, of course, the tariff against China, that 125% on farm product too. Of course, what I decipher in this news story is about the strategy from Thailand's government. Right now, there's still no detail yet. Of course, they cannot tell us. They have to tell their U.S. counterpart first. But the doomsday that I call it is the 1st July. That after that 90-day pause, and what will happen to Thailand's farming product? Because I understand that, of course, Thailand's government might buy more fighting jets, Boeing planes to counterbalance that the excessive tariff amount surplus with U.S. from Thailand at this moment. But this will be, I think, impact Thailand. No matter in farming products, mutually, bilaterally, no matter with U.S., with China, or those in Southeast Asian countries too. Because Southeast Asian country, they also produce farming products too. So we're gonna see a lot of competitive competitions. I think those competitions between Thailand and those Southeast Asian countries and China too. Thailand's government has to be very cautious at this moment.
Because even with Thailand, they have decided, though, it's actually part of their plan that they might focus more on farm products and even natural gas in terms of importing some from U.S. and probably increase the investment from Thai businesses into the U.S. as well so that they can actually alleviate the impacts from the reciprocal tariffs.
Right, but of course we have to see that meeting first. The first meeting between Thailand and US is very important. So we will see, of course, the Commerce Ministry will really finally get a call with the US authority soon.
Exactly, and now on to a horrendous murder of a Thai trans woman, which sparked outrage on social media during the past weekend. So far, the Chinese national who has been accused of murdering the trans woman has been arrested, but we may have to warn you that some of the details in this news story might be disturbing for some viewers. Chonburi police had to shield a Chinese national accused of murdering a Thai trans woman from angry relatives during a reenactment yesterday at the apartment where the crime took place. The victim's father told police that he would pursue the case to the very end to seek justice for the trans woman. And the suspect, identified as Fu Dong-yung, was arrested at Suvarnabhumi International Airport on Saturday as he was about to board a flight to Kunming in China. Chonburi police commander said the case shocked the public because the victim had been mutilated and some internal organs were missing. An initial investigation revealed that the victim and the suspect had connected through a WeChat messaging application and met at the apartment. CCTV footage shows the suspect going downstairs to admit the victim on April 25th before they both went upstairs. Witnesses told police they heard sounds of an argument around 1 a.m. which lasted about half an hour before it went quiet. The suspect was seen again on CCTV the following day at around 7 a.m. carrying a plastic bag. Police believe the suspect may have become angry after discovering that the victim was a trans woman. At first, the suspect denied the allegations, but later confessed when confronted with the evidence. So, very disturbing information here, and it simply reminds people that the violence against transgender people still persists in Thai culture, even though Thailand has already accepted the same-sex marriage bill earlier this year. But then the bias and the hatred, I would say, the bias and hatred still persist in some groups that they still have this against these people.
Yeah, that's what you said, bias, discrimination, or stereotype about trans women here. And of course, we haven't got the detail about what the police investigation has deepened in at this moment. And of course, we already got those footage about this suspect at airport and already got arrested to go into custody, and also investigation process. We'll give you more detail later on. And now move on to international relations. Thailand will participate in exercise Talisman Sabre, the largest military exercise ever staged in Australia, scheduled on July 13th. The announcement was made during an Anzac Day service at Hellfire Pass in Kanchanaburi province, where the Australian and New Zealand embassies in Thailand marked the 110th anniversary of the Gallipoli landings. The dawn service honored Australian and New Zealand soldiers who fought and fell in all wars, with special remembrance for those who died as prisoners of war during the construction of the Thai-Burma Railway. After the ceremony, Admiral David Johnston, Chief of the Australian Defence Force, reaffirmed strong defence ties between Australia and Thailand. He confirmed that Thailand will be among 19 countries joining Exercise Talisman Sabre 2025, which will involve over 30,000 military personnel. Now, in its 11th iteration, Talisman Sabre is the largest combined training exercise between the Australian Defence Force and the United States military. The 2025 exercise will focus on multi-domain operations. Admiral Johnston also stressed that the importance of developing humanitarian and disaster relief capabilities are very important, particularly after recent natural disasters such as the tremor in Thailand. Other major participating nations include Canada, France, Germany, India, and other Southeast Asian countries too. And of course, Fiji, Brunei, and Vietnam will observe this time. This is what the Admiral says during the press conference.
Our relationship is very long-standing from 1945, and with the military starts here as we work together to help recover the bodies of those who had been lost and died and buried here on the Thai-Burma Railway. And it continues through peacekeeping operations to the work that we do together. This year, in a very important development during Talisman Sabre, we will have Royal Thai Armed Forces participate in things like cyber training together, a common challenge that we all have, counter-terrorism training and looking at it, maritime security, so areas of where militaries come together to cooperate and build collective strengths, to work with partners because we are better when we are operating together. The nature of the training that we do from Navy, Army and Air Force continues to change based on the requirements that militaries are expected to provide, and this year's training will be exactly that. It will have us working together in maritime security, dealing with new threats like the cyber environment, understanding how we bring intelligence together and cooperate.
Right. So Ned, actually, I told you already, Friday morning, last Friday at 3 a.m. But that would be a very, very great experience to see, of course, how Australia and New Zealand commemorated those people who really died at Hellfire Pass there. And of course, that defense cooperation between Thailand and Australia would be very important because this is the first time for Thailand to become a participant in this, the largest ever military drill in Australia.
And that's definitely a significant event, especially for the cooperation in terms of defense between Thailand and Australia and also New Zealand as well. All right, and that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories about Thailand as well as analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ